Have you ever found yourself sitting on the couch, staring at your phone, scrolling endlessly through videos or memes, while that one task you swore you'd do hours ago just sits there, mocking you? Maybe it's the dishes. Maybe it's that project at work. Maybe it's starting your workout or finally cleaning your room. And you think to yourself, why am I like this? Why can't I just do the thing? If that sounds familiar, congratulations, you're human. And what you're experiencing is more than just laziness. It's a complex, surprisingly logical mix of psychology, biology, and habit, wrapped in a deceptively simple package. The truth is, laziness isn't some moral failing. It's not that you're weak, unmotivated, or secretly evil. Your brain is doing exactly what it's designed to do: conserve energy. For thousands of years, humans survived by saving energy whenever possible. Running after a saber-toothed tiger? Yes, expend maximum effort. Washing the dishes? Meh, your brain doesn't care. Evolution didn't prepare us for 21st century life filled with endless notifications, screens, and overwhelming choices. So when you feel lazy, that's just your brain saying, maybe we shouldn't spend energy on that right now? But here's the kicker. In today's world, that energy-saving instinct doesn't help you survive. It just keeps you scrolling TikTok while your ambitions collect dust. And that's where understanding the psychology of laziness comes in. Once you know why it happens, you can actually work with your brain instead of fighting it. Let's start with something simple. There's a huge difference between laziness and procrastination, and most people mix them up. Laziness is a general unwillingness to act, a kind of inertia that keeps you from doing tasks even when you know they're important. Procrastination, on the other hand, is an active choice. You're doing something, but it's usually not the thing you should be doing. Watching cat videos instead of writing a report? Procrastination. Sitting on the couch for 3 hours thinking about writing a report but never actually starting? Laziness. Both feel similar, but the root causes are slightly different, and understanding that difference is key. Why do we procrastinate or feel lazy? One major factor is fear. Fear of failure. Fear of judgment. Fear of starting because you're afraid you won't finish. It's funny how the brain tricks you into staying put, convincing you that doing nothing is safer than doing something imperfectly. And yes, the brain rewards itself for staying in comfort zones, because the comfort zone feels safe, predictable, and, well, comfortable. But comfort zones are also sneaky traps. They give you short-term pleasure, scrolling social media, binge-watching a series, but long-term pain, like stress, guilt, and stagnation. And then there's overwhelm. Your to-do list is longer than your arm, and every item feels monumental. Your brain doesn't like monumental. It likes small, easy, digestible tasks. When the list feels impossible, the result is paralysis. You freeze, do nothing, and the tasks keep piling up. It's not laziness. It's your brain saying, whoa, slow down. I don't know where to start. Let's talk science for a moment, because here's where it gets fascinating. Dopamine, the brain chemical that makes us feel pleasure and reward, plays a huge role in laziness. Our brains love instant gratification. Watching a funny video, checking your phone, snacking, all of these give a quick dopamine hit. Working on a long-term goal? Low immediate reward, delayed gratification. That's why our brains constantly drag us toward the easier, faster dopamine sources, making it feel almost impossible to start meaningful work. Decision fatigue is another big one. Every choice you make in a day, what to wear, what to eat, which email to respond to, uses up mental energy. By the end of the day, even small tasks feel insurmountable. This is why you find yourself binging shows at 10 p.m. instead of cleaning your room. Your brain is fried. And here's the kicker. It's not about being lazy, it's about being human. Now, understanding all of this is great, but what about solutions? How do we actually beat laziness? The first step is micro-actions. Forget doing the whole thing, start with just 2 minutes. That's right, 2 minutes. Wash one dish, write one paragraph, do one push-up. The magic of micro-actions is that they break inertia. Once you start, momentum builds, and your brain begins to release dopamine for progress, not just instant pleasure. Another strategy is reframing tasks. Your brain resists work framed as obligation, but it responds differently when tasks are fun, meaningful, or gamified. Turn cleaning into a game. Time yourself. Make a bet with a friend. Add music. Make it feel like play rather than work. Break big goals into tiny steps. A 100-page report? Start with 1 paragraph. A full workout? Start with 5 minutes. Humans are wired to avoid overwhelming tasks, so trick your brain by making the first step ridiculously small. Once you do that, your brain says, "Hey, this is doable," and laziness loses its power. Environment design is another secret weapon. Remove distractions, out of sight, out of mind. If your phone is constantly buzzing, leave it in another room. If the couch is too tempting, start standing, pacing, or changing location. Your environment strongly influences your behavior, often more than willpower alone. Use dopamine to your advantage. Reward yourself for progress. Finish a task, play a short game, watch one funny video, enjoy a treat. You're hacking your brain's reward system, giving it what it craves for the right behavior instead of letting it hijack your day for the wrong behavior. And here's a mindset tip. Laziness isn't weakness, it's a signal. A signal that your brain needs a nudge, that your motivation needs a spark, that your habits need alignment with your goals. Once you stop judging yourself and start understanding the why behind your behavior, you can move from self-criticism to action. Think about it. Every successful person has struggled with laziness. The difference is they understood it and learned to outsmart it. They didn't wait for motivation, they created it. They didn't fight their brain, they worked with it. And so can you. Remember, progress, not perfection. Tiny steps, micro wins, fun hacks, momentum. Understanding your brain. All of these are tools to beat laziness without shame. And when you start seeing results, something amazing happens. Confidence grows, self-esteem rises, and suddenly the world doesn't feel like an exhausting trap. You feel alive. You feel capable. You feel unstoppable. So the next time you find yourself scrolling aimlessly, staring at that impossible task, remember, laziness is just your brain asking for help. Start small. Make it fun. Reward yourself. Hack your dopamine. And watch yourself transform step by step into someone who gets things done, enjoys the process, and feels good about it. And that, my friends, is the psychology of laziness. Why it happens, what it really means, and how to finally outsmart it. Subscribe to Stickly for more awesome videos just like this one.